Greg Biffle wins. Carl Edwards wins. Junior is going to get it. Daniel Lazowski punch with a power run. Oh my gosh. Joey Logano gets loose, and Ken Schrader will just for the win. Cole Custer wins. Joey Logano wins from the inside. Oh my, Eric Jones, he stalls in the middle, and the caution is upside down. Leader number 10, Clint Boyer, he will win. He will. Nice shot, wins through turn 1. No! Come off of turn 4. Eric Jones slipped. Chase Elliott. This is Griff Dog, and ladies and gentlemen, we have finally made it. It is time for the grand event. The 2016 Summer Showdown. 30 cars have successfully punched their way in, and now we get to see them all compete in a 50-lap winner-take-all slammin' jammin' event. Glad you could join us here on this beautiful night. 75 degrees, 5 miles an hour wind blowing to the east, and no chance of rain whatsoever. Well, I'm your host, Griff Dog here, and I am going to take you all the way through this grand spanking race. The only time we'll take a commercial break is during the cautions. Otherwise, if it's green, you're going to see it all. So here at ELDORA, just quick track facts. It is 24 degrees in the corners, 8 degrees in the straightaways. And it was founded in 1954, and Tony Stewart, who is in this race, is the current owner of this grand facility. Well, let's take a look at the starting lineup here, and as tradition, we are going to go ahead and work backwards. Starting 30th was a surprise, to say the least. He was the first driver to punch his ticket into the big show, but he is drawn with the 30th starting position. Driver of number 16, Cheez-It Ford, that is Greg Biffle. Starting 29th, he currently races in the Camping World Truck Series. No wins so far, but he's going to make a big statement. Driver to the number 96 Safe Flight Toyota for Thor Motorsports, Rico Abreu. Starting 28th, he a while ago has some big success, but he hasn't found it recently. Fortunately, with his dirt background, he is able to punch his ticket in, and he has a good shot at getting some money for his little team. Driver to number 15, 5-Hour Energy Chevrolet for H. Scott Motorsports, Clint Boyer. Starting 27th. This driver has had quite a bit of success as well, but unfortunately head injuries have sidelined him recently. Fortunately, he has come back, won the 3rd round of the Survivor Series, and here he is trying to take it all. Starting 27th, number 88 Nationwide Chevrolet, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Starting 26th, the 2014 Sprint Cup champion, punched his way into the big show in round number 4. It is driver number 4, Kevin Harvick. Starting 25th, he has 3 Sprint Cup Series championships. He is the master of dirt. He is the owner of this track. Driving the throwback Home Depot number 14 Chevrolet, Tony Stewart. Starting 24th, this driver has 4 Sprint Cup championships, and he was supposed to retire, but he came back to sub Dale Earnhardt Jr., and he's here in his own car for Rick Hendrick Motorsports. Driver to number 92 Exalta Chevrolet, Jeff Gordon. Starting 23rd. No championships to his name, but he does have a Daytona 500 underneath his belt. Driver to number 11, FedEx Ground Toyota, Denny Hamlin. Starting 22nd, he is the 2004 Sprint Cup Series champion. He made his way to the big show in round number 10, beating out Joey Logano, and now he's ready to give it his all. Driver to number 41, Monster Energy Haas Chevrolet, Kurt Busch. Starting 21st, he is a World of Outlaws veteran. He made his way to the big show in the 13th round of the Survivor Main, and in his own car, he is going to try his best to give some money to his World of Outlaws team. Driver number 71, Rock Motorsports Ford, Joey Saldana. Starting 20th, this driver, he just won this year's Mud Summer Classic, the Dirt Derby, and so he knows how to get around dirt. So starting 20th in the 42 Target Chevrolet, Kyle Larson. Starting 19th, this driver is a bit of an upset, beating out Eric Jones in round number 13 of the Survivor Main, but he made it and he drew a little farther in the back, but we'll see if he can make this way to the front. And the Roush Racing number 60 Lily Diabetes Ford, Ryan Reed. Starting 18th, and another Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. He has won the Mud Summer Classic in 2015, and he's going to show off his dirt specialty again this year. And the number 54 NOS Energy Toyota, Christopher Bell. Starting 17th, this driver has a lot of potential this year. Beating out his father in the final round of the Survivor Main, he's ready to give it his all in the dirt. He replaced Jeff Gordon, driver to number 24 3M Chevrolet. That is Chase Elliott. Starting 16th, this driver has won the Daytona 500, no championships, but he is definitely a star in the making. At 25 years old, he's already made a name for himself in the Sprint Cup Series. Driver to number 22, Pennzoil Shell Ford, Joey Logano. Halfway home as starting 15th, this driver who had a lot of success back in the day, but he's trying to find it now. He's doing everything he can. He has a World of Outlaws team, but he does not have a win himself in a stock car dirt yet. Driver number 5, Great Clip Chevrolet, Casey Kane. Starting 14th, his father was a great driver himself, and he has won a Sprint Cup Championship himself. Driver to number 2, Miller Lite Ford, Brad Keselowski. This driver is another World of Outlaws specialty. He is able to purchase a stock car from Penske Racing, but he is in his own make. Driver to number 02, Muddy Ford, Danny Lazowski. Starting 12th, another World of Outlaws veteran. He is driving a special car for Tony Stewart. This driver does drive for Tony Stewart in the World of Outlaws, but here he is in a stock car. Winner round number 23 of the Survivor Main. Driver to number 05, Bad Boy Chevrolet, Donnie Schatz. Starting 11th, a little bit of an upset, but not really. This driver has won the Prelude to the Dream, and here he is with a good starting spot, and he can potentially pull a big upset tonight. Driver the number 90 Chevrolet, that is Kenny Wallace. Starting 10th, this driver has won the Mud Summer Classic as well here in Eldora, and he's going to try to get some redemption. No Cup wins, but he does have both a Nationwide and a Truck Series championship. Driver to number 3, Dow Chevrolet, Austin Dillon. Starting 9th, this driver is driving for his own team, and he was a bit of an upset coming in too, but he's a veteran and he knows how to get the job done. Driver to number 87, Fire Alarm Chevrolet, Joe Nemechek. Starting 8th, this driver won in the name of controversy, as both the two drivers that were supposed to win each had engine failures in the final laps. So because of that, he made his way in and he drew a pretty good starting spot, starting 8th. So driver, the number 27, Menard Chevrolet, Paul Menard. Lucky number 7, this driver is in. He's driving another car for Roush Racing. He won his round in fashion, as he also won in fashion the 2014 Mud Summer Classic at Eldora. Driver to number 99, Ford EcoBoost Ford, Bubba Wallace. Getting toward the front now, starting 6th. This driver has been pretty dominant on the short track scene. He's not in the Sprint Cup Series anymore, but he still races alive. He is also the defending champion of the Summer Showdown. Driver number 52, Federated Auto Parts Chevrolet, that is Ken Schrader. Into the top 5 now. Starting 5th, this driver has also won the Prelude to the Dream, and he also has 6 Sprint Cup Series championships to his name. Driver to number 48, Lowe Chevrolet, Jimmy Johnson. Starting 4th, this driver has not found much success in NASCAR, but this driver has also tried to make a name for herself. Driver to number 10, Nature's Bakery Chevrolet, Danica Patrick. Starting 3rd, this driver was very tough to beat in the early goings of the Survivor Main. as he won round number 2 of the Survivor Main. We'll see if he can get another backflip done tonight as he drives the number 19 Subway Toyota, Carl Edwards. Starting second, this driver is supposedly on pole from all of the heat races and time trials and what have you, and he was able to win round number 29 of the Survivor Main, so it wasn't an easy road for him. Fortunately, he pulled an easy pill as he's going to start in the second position. And that driver is Martin Truex in the 78 Furniture Row Toyota. And starting on pole, another big upset as well. He won round number 11 of the Survivor Main, but here he is, with the potential to absolutely upset tonight. Driver number 00 House Automation Chevrolet, Cole Custer. Here are some drivers that failed to make this field, some pretty big names. Yeah, especially Kyle Busch. He had not one but 2 chances to make his way in, but little mistakes at the very end absolutely mess him up. Well, you can't get them all, but we found the best 30 that could potentially make it here tonight. So here we go. We have the National Anthem and then the Firing of the Engines coming up.
And now, for the most famous words of motorsports, please welcome your Grand Marshal, Rusty Wallace.
Drivers, start your engines!
The engines are fired here for the 2016 Summer Showdown. Can Cole Custer upset tonight? Or will some dirt racing veteran in the back pull on a show? 50 green flag laps are underway. And so what that means is, if there's a caution, and let's just say for example, with 37 laps to go, if a caution comes out with 37 laps to go, then the lap ticker is frozen at that moment. As in they can't go, or the laps don't count down. So then once the restart happens, they will restart with 37 laps to go, and so they have to complete a green flag lap in order for it to drop to 36 laps to go. And here we go. 30 cars are going to battle it out for 50 laps. Is it going to be exciting, or is it going to be as tame as my broadcasting? Here we go. Pace car pulls on in. Cole Custer, Martin Truex. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're underway. So with 49 laps to go, Cole Custer will barely lead lap number 1. Carl Edwards down to the inside, now down the back straightaway. And Carl is going to look to pass underneath Cole as Jimmy Johnson now is going to pass underneath for second. Carl is going to lead 48 laps to go. Carl Edwards leads Jimmy Johnson second, Cole Custer third, and Bubba Wallace now is about to pass Cole Custer for the third position. Edwards still leads out front, as now 4 laps are complete. Jimmy Johnson trying to get close on to Carl Edwards. Johnson down low, looking underneath Edwards, but Johnson gets loose, and Carl will lead another lap. 46 laps to go. Danica Patrick running in 5th. Casey Kane running back in 6th right now. Carl starting to pull away a little bit. Has quite a few car lengths now as Bubba Wallace is looking underneath Johnson for a second potentially. Battle farther in the back, that is Chase Elliott underneath Kenny Wallace and Danny Lazowski doing the same exact thing. Kenny Wallace starting to fall back early. Edward leads another lap as we are going to have 44 laps to go. In the back, we got some 3 wide action as Martin Truex, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson are all together. Tony Stewart and Denny Hamlin running dead last right now. Cole Custer is holding his ground in 5th, but Casey Kane is trying to fight back. The top 3 have sort of began to separate themselves. Edwards, Johnson, and Bubba, they're not necessarily racing against each other, but they're kind of just beginning their own groove right now. Top 10 pretty spread out early here. The first battle we see is Dale Jr. passing underneath Kevin Harvick, and that, I believe, I need to check, is for the 13th position. Up front, as we have now completed 10 laps, as we now have 40 laps to go. It's still Edwards, it's still Johnson, it's still Bubba Wallace, a Toyota, a Chevy, and a Ford. No caution so far, but I believe everyone is pretty calm at the beginning laps. Three wide farther in the back as Schiffkorn, Brad Keselowski, and Ryan Reed are 3 wide. Farther in the back, same thing. Greg Biffle, Denny Hamlin, and Paul Menard also 3 wide. With now just, I believe that is 38 laps to go now. Carl is still out front. Carl has led all but 1 lap, and that one being to Cole Custer. Jimmy Johnson is closing in on Carl. Ooh, Johnson gets a little loose, but they keep going for the moment. 37 laps to go. And trouble in turn 3. That is Ken Schrader, and that's Greg Biffle. Caution comes out with 37 laps to go. Leaders pass by them, but it looks like that should be clear. So Ken Schrader, heavy damage, but he keeps going. One car with heavy front end damage, that is Christopher Bell in the 54. We are getting word that the team is telling the 54 car to go behind the wall. So let's take a look at a couple of replays here to see what happened to bring out this caution. So it started off at turn number 2. Ken Schrader and Greg Biffle got too close to each other. Martin Truex drives on through. There you see above, that is Christopher Bell getting into the back of Denny Hamlin. We started also getting to Greg Biffle a little bit too. So teammates colliding to each other, and because of that, one of them is already done and behind the wall. So 37 laps to go. Christopher Bell is done, so 29 drivers are on the track and still on the lead lap. I would like to add, if there ever comes a point where a driver is a lap down, but is still on track, whenever a caution comes out, they all get their laps back automatically. So every restart, all drivers are on the lead lap. So we're going to take our first commercial break here. Here you see the running order on your screen, and we will be back for the restart here for the 2016 Summer Showdown. Welcome back to ELDORA here for this second running of the Summer Showdown. Cars are getting lined up for our double foul restart as we still have 37 laps to go. Carl Edwards is your leader, Jimmy Johnson is second, Bubba Wallace third, Danica Patrick fourth, and Cole Custer runs in fifth. Is it go time yet? We're about to find out. Here we go, pace car pulls on in, and here we go, green flag. Good restart by Carl Edwards in the 19 car. Here comes Bubba Wallace underneath Jimmy Johnson for the second position. 36 laps to go. Here comes Bubba. Daryl is wasting no time at all as he's already pressuring Carl Edwards down turn number 3. Carl leads that lap, but here comes Bubba Wallace. Bleeding textbook move as Daryl Wallace is going to sweep up on top of Carl Edwards, and now new leader number 99. So far no cup ride yet for that team, or for that driver, but hopefully he gets one too. Cole Custer is moving up to 3rd, Chase Elliott is up to 4th, and how about Joey Saldana moving up to 5th? Definitely a bunch of shuffling early on in the going here. Bubba begins to pull away a little bit as cars begin to spread out a little bit here. Battles on farther in the back. Joey Logano underneath Austin Dillon, and that is for the 9th position. Remember, it took a while before Logano punched his ticket into this race, and now here he is. Logano gets close to Joe Nemechek as they go through turn number 3. Another lap led by Bubba Wallace as we now have 31 laps to go. Cole Custer, how about the 00 team? They're here to show that their starting spot is no fluke. Underneath Carl Edwards for the 2nd position. Down the back straightaway goes Daryl Wallace. Cole Custer 2nd. Joey Saldana. Look at that 71 team underneath Carl Edwards now for the 3rd position. Side by side they go, but I believe Saldana should get the spot, unless that high side has more grip. Carl is fighting back, but I don't think he has the powerful car that he originally had. Meanwhile, it is a madhouse farther in the back as Rico Abreu, Kurt Busch, Clint Bowyer, and Denny Hamlin are all together. Ken Schrader's damage is repaired, but he has a long way to go to move his way back up to the front. How about this? For the 4th position, that is Danica Patrick in the 10 car. She learned a lot from Tony Stewart on learning how to dirt race, and here she is showing off her new skills. Could she be a possible threat here in the end? Meanwhile, Daryl Wallace leads, and his lead is now well over 1.5 seconds over Cole Custer. Farther back for 6th, Joey Logano continues his move to the front as he passes Chase Elliott now for the 6th position. Jimmy Johnson about to do the same thing for 7th, and behind him is Danny Lazowski in the 02 car. This is our only real battle so far, as now almost 3 wide, but it looks like Chase Elliott's going to give it up for now. Farther in the back, Joe Nemechek and Harvick. That is a battle for 10th. Ryan Reed a little ways back. How about Kyle Larson? We haven't talked much about him. Kyle, as it is now 2 seconds now, Bubba's lead over Cole Custer. Kyle Larson, he has been through hell and back, as he was about to win round number 16 of the Survivor Main, but his engine expires with 3 laps to go. But he comes back in one of the later rounds, and he was able to capitalize on his mistakes. He's right now running in 13th, with Jeff Gordon looking to the inside, but Kyle has really established that high line. As we look back to the leader, as Bubba Wallace continues to establish his lead, it is now almost 2.5 seconds over Cole Custer. As now the battle for 2nd is about to heat up, as Cole Custer, Joey Saldana, and how about Danica Patrick running some very fast lap times, as she is now behind both Joey Saldana and Cole Custer. One driver not doing so hot right now is Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88. He is right now in the 27th position with only Kenny Wallace and Clint Boyer behind him. I'm just curious if those head injuries are still a possible factor in his running. He's about to lose another spot to Kenny Wallace, and he's about to fall last to Clint Boyer. But for the most part, things have calmed down a bit. Nemechek has fallen back a little ways. But for the most part, as I said that, Danica Patrick underneath Joey Saldana now. Danica Patrick underneath Joey Saldana now, as she takes third away from the 71 car. Meanwhile, Bubba Wallace's lead continues to grow as he is now well out in front, more than 2.5 seconds in front of Cole Custer. But how long will Cole Custer keep second position? As this race progresses, as you can see, we'll have our first, second, and third constantly up there, and they are kind of the gold, silver, and bronze, just to commemorate, you know, the Olympics. And so right now, Danica Patrick has the bronze, but she wants silver as the caution is out. And there's the cause, as we see the battle for, as they come back, Austin Dillon in the 3 car. Sounds like he got spun around, and because of that, with now 14 laps to go, our second caution has come out here. So as cars begin to slow down, we will show you what happened to bring up caution number 2 of the Summer Showdown. Austin Dillon right now was running P23 as he is close to Tony Stewart and Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin gets way too close to the 3 car. Okay, well that answers that question. I don't think Paul Menard got into the 3 car, and so Austin Dillon gets spun around, and that brings out the caution. Fortunately, he keeps going. So we'll take another little commercial break here as we'll get set up as we only have 14 laps to go in this year's Summer Showdown. We will be right back after these messages. Welcome back to ELDORA as we continue our coverage of the 2016 Summer Showdown. Right now our leader in the gold is Darrell Wallace in the 99 car. Cole Custer lines up in second as we get set for our second restart of the evening. We only have 14 laps to go. Can Danica Patrick upset? Can Carl Edwards come back to win? We are about to find out as we only have 14 laps. Green flag is out. Carl Edwards dives to the inside of Danica Patrick already as they are 3 wide behind. They know it's go time. Bumping and banging farther in the back. 4 wide as Kevin Harvick gains a bunch of spots. Oh boy, this is going to get close. 5 wide. Oh my gosh. Gordon, Larson, Elliott, Johnson, Logano. 5 wide down the back straightaway. Oh, there we go. We know it was not going to last. Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Austin Dillon. More trouble farther up front. Ryan Reed, Greg Biffle, Jeff Gordon gets in some of it. The caution comes out here with now 13 laps to go. Well, it is go time here, and lots of cars get into it. Joe Nemechek, smoke coming out of the back of his car. His day is done. Ryan Reed, it sounds like his day is also done. So lots of chaos here in this early going, and it started with 5 wide. They were 5 wide. I know, I'm repeating myself, but you gotta hear me. 5 wide at ELDORA Speedway. See, that's something you would hear at like Talladega or something like that. But no, look here on the replay. They were 5 wide, and they were 4 wide farther behind that. So here we go. So Gordon to the inside, Larson, and then Chase Elliott in the middle, Johnson, and then Joey Logano to the high side. And mind you, this was like in the middle of the pack, sort of. This was kind of like 2 wrecks in 1. So here's the first part with Chase Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, and Logano getting into it. None of them have too much damage, though, in order to be considered out. We'll show you in the second part what happened to Joe Nemechek. Keselowski, he spins sideways, but yeah, he'll start farther in the back, but he's still in it. Dale Earnhardt Jr., as you see, barely gets through it. Austin Dillon gets to the side of Brad Keselowski. Fortunately, not too much damage for either of them, so they both keep going. Now here's the second part, the part that was farther out in front. So Truex, Schrader, Larson, Gordon, and Saldana all get into each other. Joe Nemechek there. Larson keeps going, but Jeff Gordon, lots of damage to that car. Right there, Nemechek into the side of Jeff Gordon. Oh, and teammates, Greg Biffle and Ryan Reed get into each other. Not too much damage for Biffle though, but Ryan Reed's day is done. Ken Schrader, a lot more damage, but looks like they're able to successfully repair that car again. So, Schrader still has a shot at winning this year's Summer Showdown. It is a long shot, but anything can still happen. So, we're going to clean up this mess. We will take another commercial break here, and we are going to go to the end. 13 laps to go. We will be right back. Welcome back. We still have 13 laps to go here in this round of the Summer Showdown. Carl Edwards is your leader, and at the time, as we were watching in the back, Danny Lazowski was able to take second. Will we have a potential upset here? We are about to find out. Green flag's underway, 13 laps to go. Boy, in these 13 laps, anything can happen. A little more tame this time, as they are 2 wide instead of 3 wide. Carl Edwards pulls out to a nice lead, as now we're going to have 12 laps to go. 3 wide, Bubba Wallace underneath both Cole Custer and Danny Lazowski. Look who's in the hunt too. That is Casey Kane in the 5 car. Bubba is able to clear him now for second. Down turn number 4, Carl Edwards leads with now 11 laps to go. How about Joey Logano? He moves into 3rd. And how about Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 car? We were just talking about him being in last place, but now that car looks much better as he pulls underneath Casey Kane and Danny Lazowski. And laps to go. Edwards leads, Bubba second, Joey Logano now, he is up to 3rd. Leaders as look who's also in the picture, that is Rico Abreu in the 96 car. We were talking about him being farther in the back. Battle for second, that is Joey Logano underneath Darrell Wallace. Logano's going to keep going, and Edwards loses another lap, 8 laps to go. Through turn number 1, down turn number 2, Logano is right there. Battle of the heavyweights. Joey Logano, he's won the Daytona 500, but neither of them have won a championship. 7 laps to go. Carl Edwards sweeps a little high, Joey sweeps a little low, but no passing just yet. Abreu up to the top 5 and it's battle for the lead. Here we go, Edwards in the wall hard. And just like that, Joey Logano's in the lead. Darrell Wallace is going to try to capitalize as he goes underneath Carl Edwards now. Coming off of turn number 4, 5 laps to go for Joey Logano. Darrell Wallace now in second. Can Bubba, the Xfinity Series regular, make his way back to the front? Or will Slice Bread do everything he can to win in the second Summer Showdown? Only 4 laps to go. Down the back straightaway, Bubba is high, Carl Edwards looking low, and the caution is out. Lots of cars on the front straightaway. Carl Larson gets turned, Chase Elliott heavy damage as cars begin to slow up. Boy, the leaders trying to do everything they can, and Ken Schrader, heavy damage to the front of his car. I don't think they're able to repair it this time. Oh boy, such a sad sight to see, as lots of hope for potentially a second Summer Showdown win, but it looks like it's probably not to be this time. So guys, we are only going to have 4 laps to decide the winner of this year's Summer Showdown, but because the laps freeze, we can keep going for a long time. It also sounds like Greg Biffle's day is going to be done as well. Let's take a look at the replay to see what happened to bring out this caution. So a bigger group farther in the back, Chase Elliott gets into Kenny Wallace. Boy, Ken Schrader just gets absolutely blasted back there. That explains that damage. So Chase and Larson and Clint Boyer also get into it. Denny Hamlin also involved. All that damage is minimal though, so not much for any of those cars. Now, if I recall, Biffle actually went to the garage earlier, or not earlier. Biffle did go to the garage, but he had engine troubles. So we won't see Biffle anymore, and we won't see Schrader anymore. So we're getting close to the end here. We'll sneak in one more quick break, and we are going to come down to the wire with just 4 laps to go. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to ELDORA, as we have only 4 laps to go to decide a winner this time. Logano is your leader. Darrell Bubba Wallace is in second. Carl Edwards third. Rico Abreu in fourth. Guys, anything can happen here. 4 laps to go. Who's going to be the best dirt racer? We're about to find out. Green flag. How about Bubba Wallace getting the nose ahead as they are already spreading out behind? Down the back straightaway, Logano has a little push from Carl Edwards. Logano sweeps high. Here comes Carl Edwards. Oh, trouble! Lots of more trouble on the front straightaway as we only have 3 laps to go now. Carl Edwards, Darrell Wallace. Abreu with a little bit of damage, but I believe he keeps going. Oh boy. Well, lots of more troubles this time. As they come back to the line, Logano is still your leader. Pretty much every leader has been taken out in that crash. As they come back to the line, if you did see the flagman, he has the white in the air. I don't know why it's white, but it is still under caution. We will still have 3 laps to go. Logano leads, and how about Austin Dillon running in second position through all the madness? One car pulling on pit road. That is Joey Logano. What is he doing? Oh no! You can barely see it, but there is smoke coming out of the back of his car. Joey Logano in the Pennzoil Ford. Oh no. Guys, this is exactly what happened to Tyler Reddick in round 16 of the Survivor Main. Logano goes to the garage, and we're getting word it is a camshaft failure. So just like that, the plot thickens. So Logano, he is, boy, that is rough. And because of that, we gotta look out for Brad Keselowski now. It happened to Reddick, it's happened now to Logano. What's next? So before we get off air for a little bit here, let's show you what brought out the caution here. Yeah, because we knew there was madness going on. So Abreu gets really close to Darrell Wallace. Darrell Wallace goes down and he clips Carl Edwards. There's more trouble behind. We'll look at that in a second. Carl and Bubba, they're in synchronized spinning as they spin down turn number 1. Tony Stewart tried to get past the wreck, but he ends up slipping up and he actually crashes into the outside wall. Abreu with a little more damage, but it looks very minimal. Keselowski with a little bit. Our Truex slips high a little bit there. You see Casey Kane wrecking, but that was part of something else. Tony Stewart, as you see, spin around, but also minimal. I need to double check, but other than Logano, yeah, no one has gone behind the wall so far. So lots of repairing going on, but everyone is still on the lead lap. We're going to reset it for you, and this is how we got it. Austin Dillon is your leader. And guys, Donnie Schatz is in second. So again, through all the madness, Donnie Schatz is in second. Danny Lazowski is third. Cole Custer fourth. Dale Earnhardt Jr. fifth. And then you see the rest of the running order on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is dash time. We will have 3 green flag laps to determine the winner of this year's Summer Showdown. Austin Dillon, through sheer luck, has made his way into the lead. Donnie Schatz is in second. It is going to get insane these final few laps. Who is going to have the strongest car and who's going to have the most will? Here we go. Pace car pulls on in. 3 laps to go. Donnie Schatz has the nose ahead as they are going to be side by side down turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Dale Jr. underneath Lazowski. Lazowski underneath the leaders. Austin Dillon slips high. 2 laps to go. 4 wide for the lead. As they come turn number 2 down the back straightaway. As they are bumping and banging. How about 5 wide? They were 5 wide for a mere second there as Brad Keselowski comes out of nowhere and coming down the back straightaway. 1 lap to go. Oh, there we go. Lazowski into the wall, and here we go. Lazowski in the wall. Jimmy Johnson also gets collected. The caution is out, and we are going to have a green-white checker. This race is not over. Donnie Schatz is your leader. Brad Keselowski, it will be second. And guys, 5 wide for the win. If you guys think this race was worth nothing, think again. Absolutely, without a doubt, unbelievable racing. Here, let's just take a look again. So we're starting in turn number 1. They are 4 wide already. This is amazing. Schatz and Dillon were beeping and banging off each other. And how about Brad Keselowski down the back straightaway? And look behind, just 4 and 3 wide madness. Schatz was able to get a nice jump ahead, and at the time of caution, Donnie Schatz is your leader. Stewart, Lazowski, and Austin Dillon get too close. And since the caution came out before the checkered, we are going to reset it. Jimmy Johnson gets a bit of damage, but they keep going. I mean, look at them. They were 4 wide. This is like almost super speedway racing. You could just tell they were going for it all. Oh my gosh. Fortunately, no one goes behind the wall. Lazowski and Johnson, they are going to start last, but still, anything can happen. So even though it is a green-white checker, there is no overtime rules. If there's a caution that keeps happening in the last lap, we are going to keep resetting it. We are going to have a guaranteed green flag finish for sure. So, with that being said, we will, and just because of sponsors and all that fun promotional business guru stuff, we will take one last break. Once this break is done, then we are going to go all the way to the end. All right? My apologies, but it has to be done. So here we go. One more break, and we're going to take you all the way to the end. So please don't go anywhere. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, 2 laps to go here in the 2016 Summer Showdown. Our running order has switched up a bunch, and so we'll show you the running order right now, where everyone lies and who is all out. And guys, our top 4 is drivers that we never really expected to see up there. Donnie Schatz is our leader. Brad Keselowski is in second. Dale Earnhardt Jr., running last most of the night, is in third. And Kasey Kahne running 4th. Well guys, everything is cleaned up, and we still have 2 laps to decide the winner. Pace car pulls on in. This is going to be anybody's shot this time. Here we go. 2 laps to go. Schatz, Keselowski, Earnhardt, or someone out of the back. Here we go. Green flag underway. Down turn number 1. Schatz has a nose underneath Brad Keselowski as they are 3 wide already behind. Schatz has a nose ahead of Keselowski. Keselowski, he sweeps a little high as they're going to be 3 wide now for second. White flag is out. Last lap here at Eldora. Dale Jr. with a nose underneath Schatz. They're going to be side by side. How about 4 wide? Kasey Kahne to the inside, but Kasey Kahne has the nose underneath. Abram for second. Coming off of turn number 4. Kasey Kahne will win the 2016 Summer Showdown. And Donnie Schatz crashes, but he finishes 4th. Kasey Kahne with the bonsai move down turn number 3 solidifies him with first. Burn it down, Kasey Kahne. Wow. That was unbelievable. Watch this again. So they're already 3 wide. Junior, Schatz, and Lazowski. But then Kahne. Oh my. Talk about having dirt experience to an advantage. Oh my goodness. And how about Abram? I don't know. I don't think so. I thought Abram pushed him. Kasey Kahne, that is. But I don't think that was the case. But yeah, Kasey Kahne. How about that? He only led 1 lap, and it was the lap that counts. Schatz and Keselowski, they get into the wall at the end, and here are the final results from this race. Kasey Kahne wins. Rico Avery finishes second, so Rico gets silver. Dale Jr. gets bronze in third. Donnie Schatz, even though he wrecked, is credited in fourth. Keselowski fifth. Danica Patrick sixth. Edwards seventh. Tony Stewart eighth. Cole Custer ninth, and Denny Hamlin 10th. As you see the rest of the order, what a race. And so, yes. This Summer Showdown is going to keep going every year. It has been fun to create. It's been fun to watch. And I'm so glad all of you have followed with. I know I'm a small YouTube channel, but I'm here to make a big difference. So thank you guys for all the positive support, whether it is through the comments, through the likes, through the subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. As Kasey Kahne continues to burn down the track, this has been absolutely unbelievable. I probably went above and beyond creating this for you guys. This sport, man, it's not about one person. It's about a whole community. And all of us together, all the drivers, all the fans, all the sponsors, we're all here as one. And we can definitely continue on and make NASCAR the beautiful, wonderful sport as it always should be. Also, too, I got a little bit of a cold, so if I sound weird at all, that's why. So yeah, we wrap it up here from Eldora. We don't know which track it'll be at next year. If you guys have any suggestions on where to go, preferably a short track, preferably one with lights. And I don't care if it's either dirt or pavement. So that's it. We're wrapping it up here. Thank you guys again for all the support. And as always, I will see you next time.